Hi, me again. So this is the more in-depth video of awareness of self and how to recognise the difference between the mind and you. People say, why do you think like that? Or I thought this. So it might come as a bit of a strange um, suggestion from myself to say that you don't think thoughts, you're aware of thoughts happening. And the reason that I say that like that is because thoughts happen inside the mind, and you are not the mind. The mind is a totally separate entity, all by itself. Now, I'm not talking about your brain. We all have a brain. Um, I like to call the brain the interface between here in this physical 3D realm and the mind. And there's a biological, neurological connection that happens between the brain, which has got protein chemical markers that help store and transfer the information to the universal mind. So when you speak, it's you that's speaking, you're using the human vessel to speak. But every word either frees you from thinking that you're the mind, because you don't think, the thinking happens, and as a result of the thinking happening so quick, it's so spontaneous, you can't catch it quick enough normally to witness it, to witness that you don't think the thoughts happen, and you are the observer, you're the awareness behind the thoughts. So to know this, to really know this, is to slow down, slow right down, to observe the thoughts, to just witness the thoughts and allow the thoughts to pass. Now I do this through meditation and breath work and many years of practice to get to a stage of awareness, a stage of no mind, a stage of complete silence. And anyone and everyone can do this. This isn't or should not be unique to one or two individual people or a small group of people. This is something that once it's known, once you go past, even using the expression to go past thinking isn't quite right, because you're not actually going anywhere. You're already where you're trying to get to, which is it's kind of like a conundrum. If you're already where you're trying to get to, then what is there to do? Well, the more you embrace meditation and sitting in pure silence, the more you are able to be non-reactive to certain situations in your life that then churns out a reaction, a reenactment of the past. And that's what reaction means, reaction. That's why they say action when they're shooting a film. They're ready to film the film. But we say reaction because we're recreating from past energies. But to sit wholly in the moment and create from pure source, we're not recreating from past energies. We are creating. We become the creator of our experience. And even to say we become isn't quite right either, because you don't become. that you already are. You just remember that that's where you are, it's who you are, it's what you're doing, it's how you're being. It's a beingness, an isness in the moment and unfolding without the interference of the mind coming in and chattering. And anyone can do this with practice, and the practice is just to learn, or rather to observe the mind and understand that you are not the thoughts as they come and go, and you're not the thinker of the thoughts, you're the observer of the thoughts happening, but they happen so quick. In less than a 1/100th of a millisecond, these happen. The thoughts happen. That's how quick it happens. That's why you can't catch it in everyday life. When life is happening, you can't catch it at normal speed, which is why going into meditation, using yogic breath work, all these types of practices to slow right down, to be able to witness this. So what's the benefits of this? Why would you even want to know this? It reduces anxiety to zero, depression, everything that makes you feel like you're not in the moment, anything that takes you away from the moment. This allows you the freedom to realise that fear, anxiety, depression, all these kind of things, they come from the mind, created in the mind, but also lodges energetically into the physical body, as we know, with ailments and diseases. So all these things can be tackled and understood, but only once you realise that you are not the mind. And if you are not the mind, you're none of the thoughts that come along with the mind. They all belong in the mind. It's all been programmed into the mind, and you have a brain which is different from the mind. The mind is universal. Everyone's got a brain that's got the receptors in it to bring information in and out of this realm, back and forward to the mind. But we don't need to engage in the mind to be able to create a new future, a new life, a new unfolding in the moment. That can only happen once you realise that you have the ability to operate, to create, to be creative, to be consciously aware of your surroundings and your words and thoughts as they happen. And it's not about trying to be perfect. It's about understanding that everything that happens is happening because of something that's happened in the past from the mind. So it's always giving you a recreation from what's already happened. So it's always a recreation of what has been, and it's coming up in the moment to give you this experience of life. And that's okay if everything's going great for you. If everything's not going great for you, or you've got a specific issue, or you want to iron something out in your life or go a different direction, but your mind just keeps going and holding you back, then looking into it and realising that it's all coming from past energies really helps you to iron it out, focus, plan, be in the moment, and less in the past and less in the future. Because even when there's thoughts coming up of past, present or future, it's still the mind projecting from past experiences. So when you become the awareness that you're projecting your life out the way from previous experiences, from past experiences. That's the energy that's coming out to show you everything that's going on around you, so that you can navigate in your life. Once you can sit with that, and there's a clear definition, a clear knowing beyond knowing that you are not the mind. That's when some real magic starts to happen in your life, to realise that you are the creator of everything that is happening in your life. You start to take charge of every single word, of every single thought before it comes into a spoken word, because you're just going to recreate again if you're creating from the thoughts that are coming up. And again, that's okay if your life is going well for you. If it's not, pause in these moments where there's something coming and realise that you don't have to speak unless it's going to be helpful for you or another person. If it doesn't feel good as a thought form, it's not going to feel good as you say it, and it's not going to feel good for anyone else that hears it. So if it doesn't feel good, pause and go into where it's coming from. Where can you feel that in your body? Not just in your mind, in the mind when it's bringing the thought through. Where do you feel it energetically in your body? And then we've got other practices that we can use to go forward and navigate where these feelings are. How long has it been there? And move forward to eliminate these and bring them out and transform. I say eliminate. I should use the word alchemize, because what you're doing is you can change the feeling of the thought, or the feelings that the thought has left in your physical body the last time that it came through, and that's what it's trying to do again. It's trying to give you the same experience. Not good or not bad, it just is. It's an isness happening in the moment, and if we want to clear that or change it, we alchemize it. When we say clear it, it's like there's maybe a little energetic blockage, and we can use all sorts of holistic tools, to hypnotherapy and shamanic drumming and sound healing, yoga, meditation, to clear these things away and alchemize things into a more harmonic resonance within your brain and within the body. So then the next time these thoughts pop up, what you've done is you've actually changed the chemical markers that you've left there in the brain. So the next time the thought comes through, you've changed the sender and the receiver signal proteins. So then what happens is you then receive a different feeling that's attached onto that thought, because you've changed it, because you're the alchemist in this experience. So just a little video today on this, just to kind of dive into it a little bit more. But certainly, if anyone's got any comments, any questions, please leave them below in the video. If you could like the video, share the video, follow me on YouTube, that would be absolutely amazing. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.